Okay, so our first stop on this leg of our trip to the West Coast, we stopped at Beaver Crossing in Nebraska at this little park here. Looks like they're doing a little maintenance. We pulled in, I think it was 10 or 10:30 or something like that last night. So it was dark. We knew on RV Parky app and Campendium that there was supposed to be electricity, and there is. If you see where those campers back there are sitting, there are electric poles. Well, when we pulled in, we couldn't really see where all the electric was, so we just pulled up over here and run off of our batteries for the night, and it was fine. Really quiet here, free. So if you're coming through Nebraska, this is about 3 miles south of I-80. Second night stay is in Cody, Wyoming at a Walmart. There are quite a few rigs here. Walk over here, but get a load of that scenery. Probably one of the best Walmart sceneries you'll ever see. It was quiet, a little bit of road noise right next to the main road that goes to Yellowstone. So there was a little bit of road noise, but I mean, we slept fine, but we were pretty tired too, so we drove 14 hours. We really wanted to be on BLM, so we came out here just outside of Cody to stay tonight. Today is Saturday, the July 4th, so we did not want to go through Yellowstone on the 4th of July, especially being a Saturday. So we just stopped here in this spot. It's on BLM. We're not positive we can stay here, that there's no signs posted. So we're going to give it a go, and if we're told to leave, then we'll find someplace else to go. We kind of skipped over talking about a couple of the camp spots that we have done on our trip to the West Coast. The last one that we talked about was Cody, Wyoming. That next day we went through Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons, and we went on through Idaho, or into Idaho, and we stopped at Walmart in Idaho Falls, and we stayed the night there, and then we went through Craters of the Moon and drove on almost 12 hours, and stopped in about 15 miles east of Bend, Oregon, and it was forest area. Was it a forest area? Forest recreation, National Forest Recreation Area. Yep. The Badlands of Oregon. Yep. Oregon Badlands or Oregon something like that. Yep. And so that was BLM, and that was pretty cool. Really dusty, but we just kind of we found that on Campendium or Free Roam, I don't remember. One of those apps. We use so many of them, I can't remember, because they're not all the same, just so you know that. They don't all have the same places. So we went ahead and pulled in through this parking lot past the gravel
because there's like
piles.
Big gravel piles. If you go back behind those, there's little spots that you can camp.
And when we pulled back in there was one camper there. Now, we did not go on down the road. I think if you go on down over this big hump that there's supposed to be a few more back in there. We didn't do that. So we just stopped and camped in a little spot for the night. And other than the dust, it was a very nice place. I didn't feel, like we were unsafe or anything like that. So that was a good spot. That next morning, we went ahead and got up and drove through Crater Lake and went on down to Williams, Oregon, and visited Gina Payne with Van Life with Gina Payne. So if you haven't subscribed to her channel, you need to go over and check her out. Gina was so awesome. She cooked us dinner. She bought beer and sodas and cinnamon rolls.
Yeah. Really good cinnamon rolls too.
Yeah, we went live with her on Daydream About Nice Things live, Tuesday Night Live, and so that was fun. And we sat and visited the whole day, and she let us Moochdocking in her driveway, which was pretty handy and awfully nice of her to work that out for us so that we could do that.
I think her friend
yeah, her friend Will.
I think it was Will.
Yeah, I think it was Will.
But,
owns the place. He was super nice, and he even offered to fix us dinner.
Yep.
Yeah, such nice people.
Great hospitality.
Yeah, that was a fun time, and that was our first time Moochdocking, so that was really cool. And right now we are sitting in a campground, and this is our only paid stop on this whole trip, which is going to end at how many miles have we gone?
We're at about 2,600 miles.
We did a little boondocking here in the middle of, what is it, the loneliest highway, I think is what it's called, Highway 50 in Nevada. We are about 40 minutes east of Fallon. We had intended to stay at the Walmart in Fallon because RV Parky had it listed as, you know, being able to overnight, but somebody had left a review that it was posted no overnight parking. So when we got there, we looked, and sure enough, there was signs. So it no longer allows overnight parking, so keep that in mind. But we are at the Middle Gate station, which is boasted to be the last stop for gas, I guess, for miles and miles. We have a bar here and a restaurant and of course the gas station, and we haven't gone over to check it out yet. That'll be in a different video, but it does look like there's a really old-time gas pump. We are stopped off of I-70. I-70 is right over there where that bridge is in Utah. We are on BLM land, and it looks like we could be the only people here. This road goes back to more, from my understanding, more spots. This is actually a pull-through spot right here, but this road runs back and goes that way and splits off down that way, and there are some spots we could see those, but we didn't want to go back in there. It was a little bit rougher than we wanted to deal with, and this spot that we chose was fairly level, so we can not have to level up or unhook or anything. We like being able to. We are in Colorado. We are on the $1 Million Highway, and we are on BLM land. Ironton campground area is where we're at. Now you got to get a load of the views. And we have this nifty little creek running literally, almost literally, right beside us. Stopped at a new spot in Colorado. We didn't feel like driving very far today. This is BLM land. Not sure how to pronounce it. Shavona, I believe. Recreation area. Look at these awesome views we have. So pretty. See the mountains all over. There's Jesse trying to put some air in the tire. Isn't this nice? Got some really amazing views at this BLM spot. mountains just all around us. It's really windy, but it looks like there's a storm coming in. It's pretty. This is our last stop on our trip. We are Moochdocking again. So this is our second Moochdocking of all time, and we've done it twice in this trip. And we are in beautiful Colorado mountains. Got a great setting here. Staying here a couple of days. Got electricity. My sister-in-law and her husband is letting us stay here and use their electricity. So it's been a pretty pleasant stay. We'll be here a couple nights and then we're headed back home.